back then, we used to do a 14 1/4 mile, 14.2. All you had to do is add the 600 RPM and the car would go 13.8. So it would go 0.3 of a second.
So the gasket is definitely, it looks like it's definitely blown.
Thanks to our sponsors Krisp Vehicle Cooling and Burly Pro, we got some parts from M5 Auto Spares in Grassy Park. Now it was time to fit the new Krisp radiator. So this is the old radiator. Where's the damage, Miles? This side, other side. So yeah, this took a little bit of pounding. Your radiator. I need another radiator as well. Yeah, this is what the fan looks like. The old viscous fan. But on the plus side, we got a new radiator from Krisp Vehicle Cooling. Now I need to get that radiator in. Miles, thanks for the help. Dexter.
Easy peasy.
Yeah, you're going on with your car, I see. Dude, Dex, why are you breaking your car, brother?
Trying to make it lighter.
Why are you breaking it? That looks broken. What is this? What is that supposed to look like?
Wait.
Okay.
Push button.
Push button done. Okay, so this was the old system here.
Yeah.
And you
They work quite well.
Okay, lekker. There we go. We got a bit of a problem with the lights. Damn! Both my lights look worse than this. Actually, this one looks better than the other one. So we need to get some brand new lights. Covers at least. Oh, by the way, my bumper also. My M3 bumper. Yes. But we got on. Fun fact is that you don't actually need to buy the whole light. You can just buy the lens cover, which clips in over there if I can get it to clip in. Better than spending thousands of rands on a light, but I'm going to cover this up properly next time because this is the last time I'm getting new lenses. There we go. Almost there. Okay. Yes, my car looks like trash at the moment. Anyways, Milesy, we made a MacGyver here just in case we have a radiator destroy itself again. So we got a quick release system. So we have a spare radiator with fan on it. We can just plug it on, plug it out. We can even put the fan onto the other radiator quickly. So you're saying within between 15 minutes between heats, so it's an hour between heats actually. That's enough time to stick it back on. Okay, cool. Let's see, quick release system. So this is a race car, so it's exactly for that purpose, isn't it?
Exactly.
Nice, shot. Miles, I'm busy here, bro. I'm busy with important work. Yo, Milesy. Thank you, Milesy. Thank you, Milesy. Hey, what's that in the background? There's oh. Purring again. Busy bleeding the radiator. So finally, can drive this car again. Yes. So getting the car ready for road again. Taking all the stickers off for now. We're gonna redo the stickers and do the full look. But I do like this car clean as well. Oh, sure. A race car is never complete, folks. There's always something that you want to upgrade or change. And we're now upgrading the shocks, the back shocks on these cars. Trying different Burly Pro units. If this works on this car, then it's going to go on this car. Miles, you know what you're doing, bro? Yeah. Shock absorber. Oh, that was a confident, yeah. For those that don't know, Miles is actually, can I say it? Can I say it, Dex?
Go with it.
Miles is actually a Ferrari technician. Huh? Milesy? Legit. That's why he always wears red. He bleeds red. Oh yes, there we go. She's back. She's back, baby.
So,
possible.
so the gasket is definitely, it looks like it's definitely blown.
Well, the thing is, it's definitely blown. But at this point now, we kind of suspect that the head is cracked as well.
Oh, I see.
Or steaming out of the exhaust.
Oh shit! Oh shit! No, then it's bro. Then it's definitely gone. So, Siraj said he can assist with Dexter. Said he's got that head there by Siraj's place that can come off anyways.
Yeah, Ashik is messaging me as well. He wants to assist as well.
The main thing is to get the head off. So when do you want to do that?
I'm not sure
I feel so bad now that we now not coming.
No, it's fine. You don't worry.
But check in now. So the intake is off and the exhaust and what else is off?
No, exhaust not yet.
Is it? What is the struggle?
So he doesn't know that we're on our way to him now to go help him take the head off.
It's like these cars just can't quiet down, eh?
What's going on here? I hear they told you we're not coming.
Yeah. What's happening?
Is it your boy? What's going on? Support team is here, bro.
The whole team is here.
How's it, brother?
Sitting on the floor, obviously doing the most work here.
The most.
We don't have an extension to get in there.
Oh,
so I made a
extension.
plan, but yeah, that we can take the
That's
head off
fine,
with
yeah.
me. That's fine.
Are you guys winning? Why are you talking to me like I'm the bad guy?
You got a camera on your hand.
We then went to the hardware store to buy the tools we needed to remove the head.
That must work.
Is it? Okay. Alright, we'll call him quickly.
We went to go buy the parts to remove the head.
You come back there.
Come back, the head is already removed. Why are you smiling now? Why are you smiling now? Why are you smiling?
Alone.
Alone. Man alone.
Look at this is how we take a head off.
Yeah, look how clean my hands are.
We take a head off.
inside there. You see that?
Show us, Dad, show us. No, my father would say, look there's the water there, and there. I told you.
That is corrosion, that is corrosion, that is corrosion.
It's not good, bro.
Emile, we're gonna cut straight to the pot where you were cupping donuts.
You can see the color there. That is compression that leaked from that system through into the water. But if you look at that and you look at this, there's no seepage there, there's no compression loss there. Here also it's too close, so you're getting a loss of compression from the engine into the water system. We'll have to pressure test to know why the exhaust...
But more than likely, we're gonna have to swap this head, eh?
No, for now we will have to swap the head.
Right, like I said, ideally I would have liked to fit my own head back.
So then send your head away.
But the thing is you guys are not going to like the idea of...
We're not going to like the idea of you not being there.
Yeah, that's the only idea that I don't like is the not racing idea.
The thing is...
Because honestly, that's a bit of a idea.
Yeah, that's not an idea at all.
Look, no offense to the rest of the guys that are doing rallycross at the end of the day, but you know, when the three of you are at it, it makes it a lot of fun.
Why am I getting hot all of a sudden?
This is probably one of the most trickiest designs to have to duplicate. The team came to me with the British Touring Car Championship design, which there is no template for. So basically I had to do the research, try and duplicate, making up the checker flag with the wave to look as authentic as possible. There's been many attempts at it and some not so good, some great, but I think the team is happy with what we've come out with on this one so far. It's just everything, most of it is done on computer in the design, and then obviously my guys, the execution of it in the preparation of the vinyl, most of it is prepped on the table. So we've cut the layers and the machine prepped it on the table, and then makes their life easier on application, but still shaping with the gaps and that. Besides the theory, it comes down to the practicality of it as well.
3, 2, 1.
On average, the application side takes about a day, just under a day. The preparation of it took us about a day. The artwork took me about just over, sitting non-stop, probably just about a day. So it took me a few days to get it right, and then sent it through to the team, they approved it, and we got the ball rolling.
The wrap job came out beautifully. But rallycross cars aren't as low as touring cars. So Emile photoshopped the pic of the car. What do you think?
Hi there, my name's Herman Manke. I am the owner of Hat Dynamics. Most of you will know me from Mace Performance. For years and years I owned a company called Mace Performance. And then I went overseas for a while to World Rallycross and started another company called Hat Dynamics, or Herman's Auto Tuning or Herman's Auto Training. We're a tuning and training center. like I said, loads more stuff to say. So if you've got any questions and things, you can post them down here, up there. I don't know where the link will be, but you can post the questions, and we'll try and answer them in the next little short snippet video.
Remember this wheel?
We used a very special tool to straighten the rim. Yeah, it looks good, bro.
Turns out you're not supposed to hammer your wheels. It bends them in such a way that they can never be fixed again.
The green line is the new one. Yeah. The blue one is the old one. So with the old cams, the car made like 40 Newton meters more. So the car made more power all the way till 4,600 with the old cams. Yeah. And now, because it's for racing, these cams are making much more power out the top. So from 4,600 up till the rev limiter, the car is making much more power than it did. So it's 20 kilowatts stronger. But at the rev limiter, if you were to look at the rev limiter, so just before you used to shift, you had 123 kilowatts, you've now got 163 kilowatts. So at the rev limiter, you're 40 kilowatts up. You know, you with me, like that last pull.
That's what it feels like.
And so now because you very seldom drop below 4.5.
Yes.
So yeah, up the top you've got shitload of power. Yeah. But literally from 4,500 till 6,500, it's just better everywhere.
Out of all the cars that Craig puts in the background for the shot, he chooses this Polo. They've got a 350Z, they've got a this, they've got a that. He chooses this car. But by the way, this car's for sale. You can contact the number below if you're interested. So Siraj convinced me to get cams. I was against it.
No, you must.
But it seems to work. It seems to work.
Absolutely. The thing is, if it was a road car, if you were using it every day just for road use, and you wanted to burn it every now and again, then you've lost a lot of torque from 2,000 to 4,000, the drivable range of the car. So you've lost sort of 30, 40 Newton meters. So it's essentially from going from a 328 down to a 323 or something like that at the bottom.
Yes.
Okay. But the graph, if you look at the graph, the crossover is about 4,500, 4,200, which is perfect.
Bro, when I upshift, it drops to 4.2.
Okay, so that's
minimum
perfect.
is 4.2.
Perfect. So what we can actually do with the car now, if you want to, is you could lift the revs a bit because the power is lasting all the way to 6.5.
I'm happy with the lower RPM.
Okay, because you could actually lift the revs to probably 7,000 now, and then you'd be able to use the power better, if I could put it that way. But you'll see from the graph, you're making from 4.2 onwards, you're just making more everywhere. But under 4.2, if you gave it to your girlfriend or wife to go to the shop, she's going to feel like, well, where did the bottom end power go? The car I just used to put my foot down in fifth and it would overtake. Now it won't anymore.
There was that famous Initial D episode where he couldn't figure out why the car felt slower, but all the power was
right at the top.
The 111 racing motor where it was like 11,000 RPM.
Absolutely.
So that's kind of what we got now. I could feel the power, convex power, all the way right till the red line.
Yeah, so now the power will hold all the way to the red line. You would have felt before that you were wanting to shift before the rev limiter.
I had to.
Yeah, now
there was
because
no
there's no more power. Yeah, now the power goes all the way there. People look at a dyno graph, like the number that comes out at the end of the run and it goes punk on the screen. Yeah.
Craig sends me the numbers only. Come on, man.
Okay. Doesn't help. What happens is the number that it spits out, that's the peak number.
Yes.
But for example, if you had a graph like this, you might have 165, but you've got nothing here and you've got nothing here. So the whole point...
Old school turbos.
It's old school turbos, yeah. So they used to lag like hell and then just give you a rip at the end. Now what happens is it's about how much you're making on the average use of the revs you're using. And that's why if you look at the RPM, so where you used to shift, you probably shifted at about 6.3 or something. So you were down to 130 kilowatts by 6.3. The car's making 165 at 6.3 now. So yes, the graph is only making 20 kilowatts more, but at 6,500, you're making more than 40 kilowatts more.
It's
another
30%. That's I don't know how much work. That's a lot.
Absolutely. M3 BMW the 3-litre M3. Their rev limiter used to be 7,400 RPM standard, and we used to make, let's say, 205 kilowatt at 7.4. It made it just before 7.4. The power was actually turning by 7.4, which means it was going to, if you revved it more, it was going to lose power.
Drop anyway.
That's
and
correct.
You can feel it as it's getting there.
That's and so in the longer gear, you don't hit the limiter because you can feel you're losing power and then you shift.
Yeah.
Right. But what you do is you lift the rev limiter to 8,100. Now, everyone on the dyno would say, but why do you want it that high? Because it's just losing power. The thing is that when you shift at 7.4, you land at 5.8. And if you look at 5,800 RPM, it only had 170 kilowatt. And by 7,400, it had 205 kilowatt. If you shifted, so it made 205 at 7,400, and it made 198 at 7,800. So it lost 10, 15 kilowatt. But if you shift at 8, you land at 7, where it has 190 kilowatt. So now instead of going from 170 to 205, you go from 190 to 205 to 190. So the whole way through that gear, your average power is like 196, 198 kilowatt. That's your average power. Whereas if you shift earlier, your average power through the gear is 10, 15 kilowatts less. So when we used to, and it also helps you in first and second, you got more RPM. To hook the next gear, you land higher in the power.
Yeah.
So many times we did M3 rev limiter moves, and it used to take it from on standard road tires back then. We used to do a 14.25 mile, 14.2, and the minute all you had to do is add the 600 RPM, and the car would go 13.8. So it would go 0.3 of a second faster.
With no power mods, nothing.
Not 1 kilowatt more.
That's amazing.
But the reason for it is your average power went up by 10, 15
your average
kilowatt.
power.
Yeah, the average power you're using through that range. Yeah.
Wow.
And your average power is for where you're using it, which is 4,000 to 6,500. Your average power has gone up by
a substantial
amount. Many
Can we print out
kilowattages.
that thing before
Yeah,
load
we
shedding?
can print it. Yeah.
Could you print it while you're in?
No, we'll have to print it now.
Yeah, we could just print it now. Hello. How's it?
All right, yourself.
Why are you sounding all unnatural now that the camera's on you? Jigga? I know this is a difficult conversation to have, but what's the story with the car?
The lowdown. So we've got a blow lead gasket, and just time is not on our hands to get the car sorted.
Okay.
We've done a lot of work so far.
Yeah, no, there's a lot done.
LSD, 360 LSD, so we're moving away from the before. We'll be slower in some places, but way faster in other sections.
Now the LS is amazing.
Roll cage, so roll cage LSD coilovers, the car's lightened now to the max. Obviously no fiberglass because I choose not to go that route. Then the wrap is gonna happen.
Oh
which I'm
yeah.
most excited about.
The wrap. What can't you say on camera? You guys busy inside? How's it going?
Yeah, it's going good.
Going lekker? Populicious? Chad, what you busy with? You riding on Saturday?
Yeah, testing.
Testing.
Practice.
Is your car ready?
Your car's ready.
Okay, his car's ready.